Hi, my name is Cynthia Tom, and I'm a patient of Dr. Ilia's. I'm 58 this year, and I'm from San Francisco, California. And I've been with Dr. Ilia for about a year and a half. And when I first came to him, I was really lucky that I found him on the internet because I was close to being diagnosed as a diabetic. I was very overweight. I was over 200 pounds, and I'm only 5'4", so that was huge. I had chronic allergies, chronic asthma. I'd even been diagnosed with sleep apnea, which means I can't breathe at night. So I was on a sleep apnea machine, a big breathing machine that I just couldn't tolerate, so I didn't know how I was going to get enough sleep. I was on sleeping pills. I was on a chronic antidepressant for 15 years with mood swings. I'm an artist, so I thought it was because I was an artist, but I'm finding out otherwise. And yeah, for the diabetes, my blood sugar was really high. So I was seeing different doctors I was seeing an endocrinologist for the diabetes, a cardiologist because we were watching my blood pressure and my cholesterol. My cholesterol wasn't looking so good, and I didn't know who to see for the antidepressant. I was seeing actually an ENT for sleep, and none of these doctors talked to each other. So there wasn't one person kind of managing my overall health. And actually, I was happy to find Dr. Ilia because he can manage all those symptoms I just said altogether. Like, he has knowledge in so many modalities, whether it's chiropractic, acupuncture, homeopathy, naturopath, applied kinesiology. He just knows all these different components of nutrition. I mean, I've learned so much about nutrition from him that I didn't understand before. I was eating all the wrong things for my body type. So since seeing him, I've actually lost a good 45 pounds at this point, and that's from eating good, healthy food the right way. And my blood sugar is normal now, which is really hard to achieve without medications, according to Western medicine. I was in pharmaceutical sales for 30 years, so I know what their school of thought is. And then the other thing, I'm not on antidepressant anymore. I'm not taking any allergy medications, and wow, thanks Dr. Ilia, I'm not taking the asthma medication. I'm not taking, let's see, what else am I not taking? Well, I don't have to use the sleep apnea machine. I'm not snoring at night anymore. And I don't know what I would have done if I didn't find Dr. Ilia. And he has this way of understanding healthcare way beyond anything I could have imagined before. But I don't know what I would have done if I didn't find him, because I probably would have been diabetic, which these days means it's the same thing as if you've had a heart attack, and that means you're 50% more likely to have a heart attack and die if you've got diabetes. So I've referred 7 friends to him so far. It is thinking outside of the box, but it's a big healing. It's the only way I could see to heal our bodies. The other thing that's changed my life is I've had chronic knee issues where I could barely walk up and down the stairs, chronic back injury from, I used to play volleyball way back when, and now since I've been seeing him, I haven't had back pain for the first time in 30 years, and my knees are much better. I'm able to go up and down stairs. So I would refer people over and over again to Ilia, and I just thank him greatly for what's happened to my health.
What would happen is my skin would literally blister and break out, but it felt like I had the flu with just one little breakout, but they would typically spread. It could be on my face or my abdomen or my leg, or it could be anywhere on my body, but it would come in patches. And I would be down, like out of commission from working and really functioning in life for about a week.
Ultimately, the endocrinologist had let me know that she had seen symptoms of an autoimmune disorder on my thyroid the year previously. However, she neglected to tell me that, mainly because she didn't feel I had all of the symptoms that warranted me having that information. So by the time I came to see Dr. Ilia, he put a name to something I'd been feeling for many, many years, and gave me an opportunity to reduce those symptoms by just making some simple lifestyle changes, as well as coming back to see him for additional treatment.
I think really the point is, if you know your why, like how important is this to change your life? For me, it was huge. That skin staph infection was debilitating. It was stopping my life. You know, I couldn't function, I don't know, let's say a week every month. And I felt like I didn't feel good. And that's not how I want to be. I want to be able to say yes to anything that comes my way, right? And not have my body stop me. So my why is huge because it is some work. It is some focus and concentration. But if you truly want to heal with whatever's going on with you, then this is absolutely the way to do it.
My attitude became, what can I do? Oh, that's it? That's all? Oh, okay. That's all I need to do in order to get better, in order to have my life back, in order to have health. And that was a conscious shift on my part because some of the things are challenging. Lifestyle changes are challenging.
With my diet changes, he's also helped change my lifestyle habits and how much water I'm drinking. So all of these basic things that I thought I knew how to do, I realized I wasn't doing properly. And so even just in the basic lifestyle shifts of making sure I get enough sleep and making sure I'm drinking spring water and making sure that I'm eating enough food per day, like all these basic things. It was really helpful to have him hold me accountable to that because I wasn't doing those things, and they're crucial.
I was able to have increased stamina. I went to my job very happy, and I just glowed after my first visit and subsequent visits because ultimately you could tell what those years of not feeling well looked like on me. And I've lost 30 pounds in 6 months. People say I haven't looked better, and I feel like I have the energy that I did 15 years ago.
It's a completely comprehensive, holistic program, which I love that. And every time I come in and see him, we'd have a different way that he treats me. It's depending right on where I am in that moment. It's completely non-traditional. So there'll probably be things that if you come in, you won't know what the heck he's doing, but go with it. This man is a problem solver. I swear he's a genius. And he's a true healer. He heals his patients so they can just go on and live into maintenance phase, not putting a Band-Aid on or taking a prescription or whatever. He really heals whatever the issue is.
I wanted to share a little bit about my experience with my health. And I haven't really felt well since I was a teenager. My symptoms really started exacerbating when I was in college. I remember I was on birth control at the time to help clear up my skin. I was overweight, I had acne, and I would cry over little things, and I would cry for hours. I would get home at about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I would go directly to bed. I would not sleep because I wasn't sleepy, but I was exhausted, I was fatigued. I had a lot of anxiety. If I had plans with friends, I would cancel them at the last minute. I had good intentions. I knew that I wanted to see my friends and that would make me happier. And when the time would come, I would get very upset because I didn't want to go. I didn't feel well. I didn't know how to explain it to them. It was embarrassing. I had Hashimoto's, which is when it's an autoimmune disease when your body attacks your thyroid. So my immune system was attacking my thyroid, which explained why I had no energy and why I just felt like total crap all the time. It's been 1.5 years since I've been working with Dr. Ilya. I haven't been sick in over 1.5 years. And this is very significant for me because part of Hashimoto's is having a really weak immune system. And I remember even in college, I used to be sick every other week. And my mom would say, oh, it's the stress. Sure, it's the stress, but it's also like almost strep throat at this point. After eating, about 1.5 hours after eating, I would be very, very tired. I would be ready for a nap. And all of that is gone. I haven't been sick. I don't get tired after I eat. I don't have these highs and lows. My blood sugar is balanced, which has gotten rid of pretty much all of my emotional turmoil, my anxiety. It's really that simple, but it hasn't always been easy, and especially with infections. So I've dealt a lot with infections, some that I was aware of and some that I wasn't aware of that I had. This was contributing to my acne, to my moodiness, to my fatigue. And Dr. Ilya's treated all of them. I've been able to get rid of them without antibiotics. I haven't taken antibiotics in over a year and a half. When my thinking goes back to, oh, I want to live like everyone else and I want to do what everyone else does, he points out to me, yeah, but everyone else isn't very healthy. Our country is 60th in health, which means that things that we think that we take for granted as healthy or acceptable in this country are not. If you want to be healthy, then you have to be different from that. And so he champions this path, which is best for me. So he champions me and he champions my health.